say either, neither, either, neither, neither. Let's go the whole thing on. Let's go the whole thing on.
Back on the show. Sit yourself down. Here you go. How lovely to have Simon Pegg and David Schwimmer here, two of the funniest and nicest men. It's been my pleasure to meet professionally. I have no idea what they're like in real life, but certainly they're lovely here. Now, how have you guys been together? You were working on this movie, but did you know each other previously, or was this the beginning of a beautiful relationship? How did this happen?
We did Band of Brothers together a while ago.
Of course, yeah.
And then, but then we ended up doing a film together last year called Big Nothing, which is coming out on next week. And then, coincidentally, are now doing another film together. So we just can't seem to stay apart for some reason.
Yeah.
So you obviously enjoy working together. I mean, it's
Yeah, we had a good time on Band of Brothers, and then even more fun on Big Nothing. I mean, 'cause that was a comedy, so we got to play a little more. And then, yeah, this other script came along that I was attached to direct, and Simon loved it, so now I'm directing it and he's acting in it. So
now you would have been aware of David's work, because who hasn't seen Friends? I mean,
That's what I know you from. That's been bugging me for months.
Were you aware of Simon's work when you first met him? Had
well,
you
he
seen
made
Space
me
Force?
aware of it.
Watch this! We're on just before you on Friday night.
Yeah, I was. I mean, Shaun of the Dead. I loved it, and all my friends saw it in the States, and I own it. I do own it, just so you know.
You know,
and,
when you say you own it, you own a DVD, or you bought the actual film?
He earns more money from it than I do.
Just the DVD, and then yeah, when we were working on Big Nothing, he told me about Spaced, which just in the States I was not as aware of, and so I went out and bought the DVD.
And did you like Spaced? What did you think of Spaced?
I still haven't watched it, but I think.
Hold on.
No, it's great. It's great.
But now you're working on, is it called Run Fatty Run?
Run.
It should be called that.
What's it called?
Run, Fat Boy, Run.
One Fat Boy Run. Oh, like One Fatty One is so much sillier. Oh, forgive me, yeah. Oh, who would call a film One Fatty One? One Fat Boy One? Yeah. That's classy. One Fat Boy One. Yeah. And of course you're directing this. So now, what is the shift in the relationship right now? How different is that?
It's not that different, actually. We still kind of pitch each other ideas for what's going to be the funniest way to do it. And because Simon did the rewrite as well, I mean, we both have a pretty clear idea of what we want to accomplish. And
it's interesting, actually. It's very different when you're actors together and it's not your project. You're like a kid at school in a way, and you know everyone else is taking care of it. When I've seen a different side to David as a director, because he's kind of suddenly in control of everything, and it's interesting. You're kind of more serious and less fun.
But do you have you changed, do you think, Simon? I'm going to ask you as well, David, because when I first met you,
Simon, have you
well,
changed?
he was a struggling young comedian, a young comic actor, and now he's what, Mission Impossible 3?
He's also a lot thinner than you saw in the clip.
I have lost a bit of weight.
Yeah, you lost a bit of weight, but it looks like it's creeping back on, if you don't mind me saying.
Thank you.
One fat boy, one. Are you the fat boy in the film?
Yeah. I had to be. Yeah.
But have you noticed any change in him? You know, has he become more demanding as a performer,
whatsoever.
as a person? No. Good. I'm pleased to hear that. Okay. Would you let him know if he did?
Oh, yeah. No, I'd be the first to let him know, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Question?
That was a blind alley.
don't start. You're not on Friends anymore, you know. I can get you replaced quite easily. Hey, now, in the film, Big Nothing, Mr. Pegg pulls off quite an unusual feat, and quite a rare feat, I think. You do a very convincing American accent. You know, and that's a kind of pet peeve of mine, because a lot of the time you'll see British actors, British performers in American films, and they don't really nail it, and I find that a bit awkward.
You were doing an accent? That was a joke. Sorry.
Well, it was nearly a joke. But it's very good. He accomplishes it. Now, did you help him, or did you get training somewhere else, or did you just pick that up from watching shows?
We had a dialect coach on set called Judith.
Well, she did a great job.
Yeah, she was amazing, and she'd come and whisper after a take, that vowel's too short or whatever, and it's very hard, because you've got to concentrate on doing an accent and acting. All he had to do was act, because he's American. And it was harder for me and Alice.
It's easier for Americans, isn't it?
It's so much easier.
Have you ever mastered the British accent, David?
No.
Do it, go on.
No.
I believe, no, didn't you? You had to do it, didn't you? Didn't you have to, did you not have to do a British accent at some stage in your career?
Yeah, I mean, when I did a play by Stephen Burkoff years ago,
What?
Yeah, and so yes, I did Cockney at that time.
Oh, he's a bit of Cockney.
Yeah.
And well, how long ago were we talking, David?
That was about 14 years ago.
I'm sure it's like riding a bike. I bet you never forget.
It's actually, interestingly, not.
Okay. Just for the sake of
It's like riding a penny farthing, ain't it, Dave?
Yeah. Hold on. That's not as good as your American. Maybe Cockney's harder than we think. No, David, come on, we need a little bit. Don't, ladies and gentlemen, let's bully him.
We hate it.
Let's bully David. Listen to that. You can't let them down.
No, but there's one line from Quadrophenia that I love, which is, what is it?
He does this. He does this little thing with his nose where he goes like, oh.
I don't want to be like everybody else.
What the hell was that? What was that? Okay, so you're currently directing One Fat Boy One.
Or Run Fatty Run.
One Fatty One, which we might consider.
Yeah,
it's catchy.
I like it.
Yeah. But what do you do? It's kind of long term. Do you guys plan ahead? Do you think, okay, this one's going to be happening now, I'm already committed to the next project, or is it kind of like pretty much piecemeal?
Well, I mean, honestly, when you're directing, it's about a year of your life. I mean, I think Simon has stuff lined up afterwards, but I'm going to be working on this for the next 6 months, probably, easily.
And you're living over here now in the UK?
Yeah, I've been here about 4 months, and we've got 2 more weeks of shooting, and then there's post-production, which will be through April.
But David, you see, I think you've spent quite a fair time over here, because last time you came on the show, you were performing in the
I was doing a play last summer, yeah.
And so you were here for a considerable time here, then you shot this movie in the Isle of Man before that, I guess.
Yep.
Now you're working again, so you're pretty much based here more or less full-time, aren't you?
Yeah, the last 2 years I've been here more than anywhere else.
And do you find British people to be less attractive than those in America? And I'm thinking specifically of you spent time in California, and as we know, attractiveness is indeed at a premium there.
Oh, no, I'm not going to help you.
Do you think, I mean, obviously, comparing the two of you, we can see Americans are more attractive, but I'm talking generally. Well, you know it's true, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying anything that you wouldn't hear on the Jeremy Kyle show. You watch that, by the way?
Never.
Oh, it's f***ing dynamite. But do other things you miss from the US? I mean, genuinely?
No, not really. Well, okay, there's one thing. No, see, this is bad. You shouldn't complain. You know, I'm a guest here, so, but the one thing, sometimes, like, the service here is different than in America.
But David,
like,
just
am
think...
I right, you guys? Only because I was a waiter for 7 years in the States, so I know what good service
David,
is.
just think how much better the service you'll get will be now you've said that. You know, we were talking about attractiveness earlier on, and David was saying he doesn't think Simon's that attractive. But David was recently voted, I don't know if you're aware of this, world's sexiest Jewish man. Did you know about this poll? You're looking at the sexiest Jewish gentleman on the planet, according to, it's a website called, I think it's called someonejewish.com. or something like that, possibly in Yiddish. Are you familiar with this poll, David? Have you been?
I mean, no, your guys backstage let me know that.
We were excited to find this out. You want to know who was number 2 in second
No,
place?
see, now,
You want to know
they
who's
told
number
me
2?
this too. It's Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. An octogenarian.
It's not that, yeah.
I was number 8 in the agnostic poll, which is some feat, believe me.
But you know, it must be kind of weird because you have been on those polls for a while, and you are a sexually attractive man.
Thank you, sir.
He has
Thank
a charisma.
Do you want me to leave? Because I could.
But is it a weird thing to find people talking about you in that way and indeed objectifying
On television,
you
yes.
to your face? But it must be kind of strange to deal with that sort of thing.
I don't think it. Come on. No one thinks about. I don't think about it.
You don't wake up and think I'm looking like a very sexy Jewish man today?
You?
Maybe number 1. Okay, now, you are very much a nerdy kind of guy, and I mean that in a great way, in a good way, in the way that I would consider myself a nerdy kind
Absolutely,
of guy.
yeah,
Because I know you love the kind of popular culture that for many years was derided. You've long been a fan of that kind of thing. Is David someone who shares our geeky love?
I don't think he's made... you're not as geeky as myself and Jonathan about comics and stuff, but we did... I mean, we were...
Hang on a second, that looked like you were judging us there.
As our present for the beginning of Run Fat Boy Run, David bought myself, Hank Azaria, and this little young boy, Matthew Fenton, who plays my son. He bought us all a lightsaber.
That's a lovely gift. Did you buy one for yourself as well?
I did.
He did. He got the double-ended Darth Maul as well, which is...
That's a pretty good one to have. And do you have games? Have you played with them?
Oh, yeah.
We beheaded the child.
Yeah.
Are you like me? Are you a little bit disappointed they hadn't actually bought a real one out yet?
Absolutely, of course.
And you would use it, wouldn't you?
I'd cut stuff up with it, yeah.
I'd use it to tell the dogs off. Just to stop scratching.
I just give you a little haircut. Just
Listen,
He's really laying into the hair tonight.
I'm going to try my American accent now. Off! That's what. It's a polite way of doing it. All right, now, Hot Fuzz, you've mentioned.
Yes.
I'm very excited about this. Like David here, I'm a big fan of Shaun of the Dead. I'm sure if you saw it, you love Shaun of the Dead. The first rom-com-zom.
Rom-zom-com.
Rom-zom-com, OK. Correct me if you must. And Hot Fuzz has a similar creative team, but it's in no way a sequel, is it? What is Hot Fuzz about?
It's a kind of we tried to do for the sort of police action genre what we did for the zombie film in Shaun of the Dead. So it's almost as if Lethal Weapon happened in Somerset.
Yeah, it's great idea.
It's Midsummer Murders directed by Tony Scott.
We have a trailer to show you. I'm excited about this. And when is Hot Fuzz out?
February the 16th.
OK, well, it's a way off, but we're going to show you. It's a sneak peek now. I can't wait for it. This is Hot Fuzz coming next year. OK, the guys here, as you can see, it's a lovely concept together, and you can see that on the big screen in the new film, The Big Nothing. It opens on December the 1st. How lovely to see you again, Simon.
You too.
Congratulations on the new movie. Congratulations. I can't wait to see Hot Fuzz, and also I'm looking forward to seeing Fatty Run Boy. Move it, lard ass. There's another title for you right there. How about that one? David, lovely to see you again. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, David Schwimmer and Simon Pegg. Thank you, guys. Yes, we do the leaving here. Thank you, David. Thank you very much. That was great, thank you. Isn't that great, though?
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Okay, Simon Pegg and David Schwimmer, ladies and gentlemen.